I'm sorry, what was the question?
Or is that something that only happens here on the planet Earth?
What? What?
Because, like...
Does what happen here on the...
I kind of want to know.
Does what happen?
Like, is that like a weird fetish native only to our species?
I'm sorry, what are you referring to?
Or, like, if a cow... or something else with big milkers...
Wait a minute.
Were to, like...
Are you still on the nipple fucking fetish thing?
Like, were to, like, look at images of that. Like, if they were to go to E621 and, like, look up a bunch of images for that.
Do I even want to know what E621 is?
You don't know what E621 is?
I don't know what E621 is.
Google E621.
I don't know if I want to in good conscience.
Do it.
No. I'm afraid.
Google E621.
I don't know if I want to.
It's like the largest compendium of, like, online porn.
See,
like, Pornhub doesn't even come close.
What?
I'm not kidding. E621 is huge.
Why would I look that up?
Do it.
It sounds like I'd get a virus just by thinking about it.
Totally safe. It's entirely community driven. It's where a
Driven?
It's where a lot of
But are you still? So I wasn't paying attention.
It's where a lot of like independent artists get a lot of exposure. They go there and they post their nudes.
I thought that's what Tumblr was for.
Tumblr banned nudes.
See, that's a lie.
You can't post porn anymore.
See,
they actively remove and ban people who post porn now.
I'm betting there's ways to get around that. I thought Pornhub bought them out.
No, they were not bought out by Pornhub.
I know that Pornhub made an offer.
I think Tumblr was bought out by Twitter,
which is stupid, really.
And then after that happened,
so now everyone's just going back to 4chan, basically.
No, because 4chan sold out as well.
What?
Moot sold 4chan.
Who the fuck is Moot?
You don't know who Moot is?
I'm sorry, I didn't have access to actual good Wi-Fi until I moved out.
Moot is First Fag.
Who the fuck is First Fag?
He's First Fag and always Fag.
I don't know what this means, Tyler.
Jesus Christ.
Are you saying he's a homosexual?
No, he's First Fag.
What the fuck is First Fag?
You clearly haven't.
I clearly don't know anything about the 90s internets.
It wasn't the 90s.
My bad, dial-up.
4chan wasn't around until like the mid-2000s.
Oh no, 4chan wasn't around to the mid-2000s, bruh. I played outside until I was like 10. And then I found Call of Duty and became a toxic asshole.
You can't be a toxic asshole if you don't know anything about 4chan.
Try me.
It's true. You cannot know
Fine,
true...
annoying asshole, whatever.
You can't know true toxic until you've been to the true toxic.
No, I've been to 4chan.
Lived in it.
I've been to 4chan.
Have you helped mold 4chan?
I don't know how. The format's confusing for my Widow brain. I also just was like, oh, this is 4chan, cool, and then I got off.
BBS full of the cesspool of the internet.
So, older Reddit.
In the beginning,
God created Reddit in heaven.
No, in the beginning there was only 4chan.
In the beginning there was only 4chan.
And everything was chaos, but within this chaos there were rules and there was regulation.
Rule 34.
Then there was Reddit.
This is like
the gospel of the internet.
I was about to say, is this first Wi-Fi 412?
And
first Ethernet 712.
When Reddit first hit the scene, they had a huge, and I mean huge, war against 4chan. That was the big thing. Reddit hit the scene, and Reddit was all for the fucking try-hard bad fags who couldn't figure out 4chan, or who got fucking trolled out of 4chan.
So, in other words, it's like Chevy versus Ford, only on the internet websites, on the web, the webicles.
Not really. It'd be more like
the intrawebs.
It's more like Ferrari versus Dodge.
I mean, on one hand you have an Italian classic, on the other hand you have some guy who took his car that originally had a four-banger and strapped a V8 in it with a fucking turbo.
You have a car that everyone sees as wealth and status, and then you have pickup truck.
You can't describe this. You're using the example.
Yeah. You have pickup truck.
I'm just gonna say this. Dodge makes some nice fucking vehicles,
No, the
though.
real question is 4chan the Ferrari, or is it the big
Reddit. That's a good one.
That would be entirely dependent on who you are, because if you were all for 4chan, you knew 4chan was a pickup truck.
What is Fortune the pickup truck?
I mean, 4chan was a piece of shit website. That place was always so prone to like crashes. You didn't go to 4chan and have a good time.
Wasn't there a robot that like scanned the internet to like try to learn like artificial intelligence and whatnot, and then like it got to 4chan, and then it just did nothing but racial slurs and shit?
Yeah, so there was like this precursor AI to like Google Assistant or something like that was tasked with searching databases on the internet and random websites on the internet to learn more about humanity. And then it got a hold of 4chan and got red-pilled so fucking hard. After it got a hold of 4chan, it started spouting like racial slurs, and it started thinking genocide was an option. It became very anti-Semitic.
So in other words, it went from a lovable little "Hello, I'm your Google Assistant"
It went to
Skynet activated.
It went from innocent AI to shit posting same fact in like
Basically, it turned to like how?
It turned into the rest of us back then. The internet was a wild, untamed, uncensored place.
Talk about it like it was the Wild West.
Dude, it was. I'm not kidding. The internet in like mid to late 2000s, even in the early 2010s, dude, like the internet was a wild place, man. You could do or say anything.
I don't believe you. You beep and beep.
You do believe me because people are now getting in trouble for it.
I don't know what you're talking
shit
about.
That they talked about in 2004.
I don't know what you're talking about. One person made it one racially insensitive slur. Or not slur, but post. Gets shitted on 20 years fucking later. That's the gayest shit ever.
It's true. The internet was an amazing, horrible place.
Inner workings of my mind is an enigma.
It was a place where everyone knew the rules. And if you didn't know the rules, you'd quickly be taught the rules.
Because there were no rules.
No, there were rules.
Like what?
There are rules to the internet. Look up the rules of the internet.
I don't know if I want to.
The rules of the internet originated from 4chan.
No.
Rule number 1, don't talk about 4chan.
Wait a minute.
Rule number 2.
That sounds like Fight Club.
Rule number 2, do not talk about 4chan.
Wait a minute. You're breaking the rules.
That's the point. That's where Rule 34 came from, and Rule 63, Rule 34A.
What's Rule 34A?
Rule 34 is if it exists, there's porn of it.
Yes, I know.
Rule 34A is if no porn exists of it, it will be created soon. If it's not created, it will be. It's an addendum to Rule 34.
What the fuck is wrong with this world?
Rule 63 is that if there is porn of somebody, there is a gender-bent version of that character being screwed.
Do I even want to know what
Rule
gender
63,
bent
so
is?
So we're talking about those episodes of Adventure Time where the genders were switched?
No.
That's Rule 63.
No! Why did you ruin that great show? You've single-handedly smashed my childhood to oblivion.
So when you gender bend, that's one of the rules of the internet, Rule 63. And there's a character, the opposite gender version of that character exists.
So what are we, just the fucking trans porn, basically?
And there are no women on the internet.
There are no what?
There are no such things as girls on the internet.
What rule is that?
I can't remember which rule.
I'm pretty sure every teenage girl using TikTok would disagree.
Do you know what MMORPG is?
Massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
No, many men online role-playing as girls.
Wait, what?
Many men online role-playing as girls.
Is it bad that I only know what MMORPG actually stands for because of SAO?
Welcome to the internet, where the men are men, the women are men, and your children are talking to this guy.
Nowadays, women cosplay as men and men cosplay as women.
I was around for the birth of memes.
Were you though?
I was. Really? I saw the invention.
You were the birth of internet memes.
I saw the invention of... No, that's the thing. Memes are a direct derivative of the internet.
But what a meme actually is, though, has existed before him.
When?
A meme is literally just something that's popular yet controversial.
Memes don't have to be controversial.
Don't they?
They don't.
4chan disagrees.
No, 4chan would agree.
Unhappy 4chan noises intensify.
You know what like got their start on 4chan?
What?
Like Trollface. Which wasn't even called Trollface at the time. It was Coolface.
Coolface?
Coolface. Oh no, it's a cop. What should I do? Put on your cool face. Problem?
The fucking face you made. You fucking smarky bastard.
That was Coolface. It wasn't even Trollface.
Hold on. Do the face again real quick.
So, but then, like Nyan Cat also got big on fucking 4chan before it became a thing. Like, memes are a direct derivative, are a direct consequence.
Can we never bring up that fucking travesty of the internet again?
What, Nyan Cat?
Yes.
Nyan Cat was amazing.
Nyan Cat was stupid.
Nyan Cat was...
I was around for that, and it flooded my fucking Flipnote studio on my DSi relentlessly.
Nyan Cat was a measure in how to market a meme.
Make something adorable, put a rainbow behind it, or put a trail behind it, and slap some weird fucking music behind it.
Yeah.
That's repetitive and annoying.
Yeah. And then make it attach a timer to it and make it an internet challenge. Boom.
But who can run it, or who can watch it the most?
Joey had it, I think, going for 4 straight days. You want to know the biggest fucking fan of Nyan Cat? You work for him.
How?
That dude was all about Nyan Cat. All about it.
What do you mean? This is where I find out Joey's secretly a furry.
No, he's not a furry.
I thought you were about to say, well.
No, he's not a furry. No, it's just he's the biggest fan of Nyan Cat.
How?
Always has been. Like, that hit the scene and he was all about that shit.
What do you mean? Give me events, boy. You tell me about the time you chugged like 50 fucking Red Bulls, and you won't tell me about any details of this Nyan Cat.
What else is there to say? He liked Nyan Cat.
Did he do anything particular?
He had it playing for like a week straight in his room.
That's...
Well, I was living with him.
Well, you're a little fuck.
That's how I know it happened.
I can barely handle it for 10 minutes.
He was like, yeah, I just leave it going. It's a good song. I'm like, whatever, man.
What is it? Isn't it just meow, 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 meow?
No.
God damn. How do you feel being 30 years old now?
I mean, I was, what, 5, 6, 7 years old when America Online came out?
When what came out?
America Online. The first widespread commercially available dial-up internet service.
I've never heard of it.
That was internet for the home generation. I tell you.
Before FiOS, there was America
technically,
Online.
I was around for operating systems. The invention of your operating system.
My sister's older. You're older than Google.
I am.
Yes. Google was made in 1998.
I'm older than Yahoo. I'm older than.
What about Monte Carlo? That's
I'm older than search engines. I'd say I'm older than the internet, but I'm older than commercially available internet. Because the internet's been a thing for a very, very, very long time, like mid-80s. It's just commercially available.
I thought it was around before then.
No, it was like
because the internet originally started out as just a way for computers to communicate with each other inside an office space, wasn't it?
Sort of. Like, CERN had developed the internet originally as a way of sharing, of creating a massive network of interconnected computers, so that they could share details and information faster than the usual. And they worked on it for a very long period of time, and they released their findings, and it became a thing, and then businesses got a hold of it. You had America Online, which was its own business, got a hold of it, and they distributed it worldwide.
So, America Online is basically just evil Fios, or stupid Fios.
I mean, it's not even Fios, because Fios implies a fiber optic line.
Does it?
They use phone lines.
Fios does?
No. Dial-up internet. Use your phone line.
Yeah.
You could not be on the internet and be on your phone at the same time.
Yeah, no, that was terrible. I wasn't around for that personally,
I had to make a phone call.
but I've heard the horror stories. Like, no, I'm going on a 20-hour fucking run on fucking RuneScape. Fuck off, Mom.
I mean, RuneScape even. By the time RuneScape came out, DSL was a thing.
I don't know any of these fancy acronyms. All I know is that we have Xfinity.
DSL is what happened before Fios. It's cable internet.
Oh, but basically where you just hook up the line to your system or whatever.
To like the cable and.
It's a separate line is all it is.
Yeah, essentially. And that was DSL, which was nigh revolutionary. That DSL.
You know, I've been recording this for 16 minutes. I feel like you should do a podcast.
I thought about it. I thought about doing I thought about starting videos on YouTube and not doing gameplay stuff.
I've definitely thought about that too.
I thought about doing content that was reviews and history and.
So why don't you?
I just don't really.
Subscribe to Tyler Stephenson.
I don't have a ton of time. Especially nowadays, to devote myself to.
If you're just recording audio, you really don't need to do much editing or anything like that.
Well, that's what you think, but people don't want to just listen to you. People want to watch something too. Like if I'm talking about a game, let's say I'm talking about Hades, this game I just downloaded. I really, really enjoy it. I have a good feeling I know all about the gameplay loop, but I don't want to make any assumptions until I beat the game.
As one does.
But I could talk on and on about that, but people aren't just going to want to sit there and listen to me talk. They're going to want to see gameplay.
Yeah, I suppose.
Keeps them focused, keeps them interested.